So how do we ruin relationships? To what degree can your actions, either knowingly or unknowingly, lead to what was once upon a time a beautiful relationship growing, completely destroyed and broken? In this video, we're going to explore common ways in which we ruin relationships. So stay in tune. Welcome to the Anchored Man right here at CITAM Church Online. I am your always ready and available host, Precious Call. Now, what are some of the common ways in which we ruin relationships? Last time in our last video, we saw reasons why relationships are not working, and I'll give us a few more and how we intentionally or sometimes unintentionally just destroy something nice. Top of the list is dishonesty. Dishonesty is a number one relationship killer. When you are not open, when you're not sincere, when you're not truthful about what you say in a relationship, you can easily lead to its end. A lot of us have lost beautiful girls or beautiful young men for the ladies that we were dating with just because of one moment of dishonesty. And it doesn't hurt to tell the truth, and sometimes it's truth told halfway. And when it's discovered, it leads to loss of credibility and trust, and once that is broken, there's nothing meaningful that can come out of it. One time I had a conversation with my girlfriend, and she asked me, and I asked her if she trusted me on a scale of 1 to 10. And she said 8. I said, why not 10? She said, because there's something I found out and I didn't find out through you. You had told me about it, but you didn't tell me the truth in entirety. So I found it out from somebody else. And because of that, there's an aspect of me that still hasn't been won entirely. That was way back in the day when we were still dating. And she said to me, there's a difference between being honest and being transparent. Honesty is the ability to tell the truth when you've been asked, but transparency is you telling the truth even when you've not been asked. Dishonesty can mess you up. Dishonesty will make you lose a good girl. Dishonesty will make you lose a good man. Try as much as possible to be honest. But also, number 2, a lot of us lose beautiful relationships because of some negative form of obsession. Negative obsession, just being obsessed by the negative things about someone or what's not working. And the bad thing about this is that it sometimes blinds you from seeing the many other good things there could be about this person. That you are always seeing the things they are not doing, you're always seeing their faults, you're always seeing their weaknesses, and you allow them to take the center stage. You allow those things to be what defines how you view this person. It ends up bringing more frustration than joy. The truth of the matter is, if you're looking for faults, you will always find them, even in the most perfect, quote-unquote, person, which really I don't think exists, But some of us are so obsessed with the things that someone is not doing, and we are always correcting more than we are loving. We're always rebuking more than we are encouraging. There has to be a balance. And a lot of us have lost good people because we were too obsessed by the one thing they were not doing. And you see, naturally, the human heart is not designed to be satisfied. The human heart always just wants more. Have you ever noticed your heart quite never settles? There's a time you used to think when you get a job, you will really settle. And you got the job, and now you're still frustrated. There's a day you used to think your problem is the fact that you don't have a salary. You started getting the salary. Did your heart settle? No. Now your heart keeps telling you, if only this salary can increase, if only I can get a better paying job, I'll be better. If you get that better paying job, there will still be something else. Now you think your greatest need is a car. You'll get that car. And the car will come, and then your heart will still want more. Because naturally, the human heart is never designed to have enough. No wonder the Bible says, be mindful of your heart. But a lot of us allow our heart desires to push us to an ungrateful season, or becoming very ungrateful people. And so we are negatively obsessed, always correcting more than we are loving, always calling out more than we are inspiring. There needs to be a balance. Otherwise, we will keep messing up good relationships on account of that. Number 3, never talking about our problems. A lot of us have lost very good relationships because we are just too afraid to tell our partners how their actions are negatively affecting us. Particularly if you've been single for a very long time and you badly and desperately wanted to be in a relationship, when you get into one, you'll do everything to protect it, including sometimes not giving feedback on what your partner makes you feel and how they make you feel, the things they do to you, how their actions are affecting you, because you're genuinely afraid of losing something beautiful. And sometimes in trying to protect a relationship, we actually end up damaging it. Because by you holding back and never wanting to talk about a problem, you're only pushing, and you just keep on postponing the disaster. But you can be sure it will happen. That a lot of us need to encourage ourselves to get into spaces where we can openly and comfortably talk about how our partners make us feel, the problems. Nil by mouth has never solved anything. In fact, the more silent you treat one another, those of you that are in relationships, the more you open up room for more chaos. Because with prolonged silence, it gives you opportunity to think about so many things. Now you keep on wondering, who are they talking to, what's going on in their world, and so on and so forth. And you need to kill that room. Don't use silent treatment to treat anything. It doesn't treat. It only makes things worse. It opens room for more doubt, more questions, more anxious thoughts. Now you're at work and you're wondering, if he's not talking to me now, who is he talking to? And you don't really have to get yourself there. And lastly, of many, is that a lot of us have lost relationships because of dishonor. Just not honoring one another in that relationship, not speaking to one another with dignity, not being respectful to each other's spaces, not being respectful to each other's friends, to each other's families. Some of us treat our spouses or our partners with so much contempt. We are not respectful. We talk to them harshly in front of people. We are very abusive, even verbally. Dishonor can make people walk away. There's only the much that people can accommodate. And by the way, the human heart naturally gravitates to where it is appreciated. So if I constantly feel I'm never appreciated here, I'm always abused, there's dishonor, it's only a matter of time before I get the courage to walk out. So dishonor, how do you talk to people? How do you treat them? How do you speak about them? How do you comment about their body weight, about their dress code and so on and so forth? Honor is a critical element that keeps a relationship together. If you don't honor people by how you talk to them, by how you treat them, by how you make them feel, even when you make those coarse jokes about them, it has an effect on what they feel. So don't allow dishonor to make you lose something beautiful, because a lot of us have already lost many, many relationships by not being very honorable in how we treat one another. Again, I give you an opportunity on the comment section to give me a bit more. What do you think makes us lose relationships? What are some of those other things that I have not captured? Let's just help ourselves learn as much as possible, so that as we keep trusting God for beautiful relationships, we will cover these areas that can easily make us lose something beautiful. Again, thank you so much for watching The Anchored Man. We keep it real. Share this video as much as possible to all your friends, relatives, colleagues, boyfriends, girlfriends that you know would need this content. See you again on our next episode.